Hello everyone, I am Melinda NailFanatic, and this is a double day tarot reading for the day that's already passed, which is June 25th, and the upcoming day of June 26th. Some of you, these messages will apply for the following day. So for example, if you watched the 24th message, it might have applied for your 25th. For some of you, the energies, in other words, what I'm trying to say is these energies don't follow our calendar, and we're not all exactly on the same timeline. So I would allow a 1 to 3 day on either side for these energies. It just makes sense, because although we are living on the same planet with the same energies, we don't all adapt them at the same time. And so you just got to kind of keep up with it and know your own life and know your own self and apply accordingly. And so we're going to start with a message for the 25th, and being that the 25th in most of your time zones has already closed out, and in mine it will shortly, probably while we're doing this video. You know, this can help us in hindsight. And so in hindsight, you can watch this part or you can skip forward, and once we get this video posted, if you want to timestamp it where the 26th began, that'll be fine. I love your interactive comments and your interactive participation on this channel anyways. Some of you know more about astrology. Some of you are also readers. Some of you are highly intuitive, and I always love when you want to put your own part into it. One thing about the way I read is I don't always read reversals. I read the card according to how intuition speaks it to me. So in regards to June 25th, the message of the day was forgiveness. Wow. Okay. And hope is underneath that. So on the 25th, there's a situation that we dealt with that it was with either someone else. For some of us, it was with someone else. In most cases, it's going to have been with both someone else and within ourselves. The forgiveness within and the forgiveness to the other, that allows us to free ourselves in trust in the hope that is available to us, that is on the table, that is constantly out there. It's always there. It's just sometimes we get lost in a state of resentment or anger or frustration, and we don't avail ourselves to the hope that's available to us. So for some of you, you talked to, it seems like there was a large ex-relationship energy with so many people that I spoke with. It seemed like a lot of ex-partners came around or have been coming around in this time frame, and it's about expressing that forgiveness and freeing yourself actually from the bonds of feeling like you've done something bad or you could have handled it differently. And so what I would say is to understand that the way you held the relationship and whatever you did during that relationship, you can't be sorry about it, because if let's say you did something that you would never do again in a previous relationship, and that's been on your mind, and maybe this person contacted you or you feel like you might need to contact them, understand that you learned something from that. You learned how the outcome feels when you carry yourself that way. And so because of it, can you really be sorry? Because of the fact that you quote unquote misbehaved. In other words, you chose a different path for yourself in that previous relationship. That means in the current or future relationship, you will act differently, which will bring you a different result. And so is there a reason to really feel sorry about it in that case? If it was a great teacher for you, there should be no sorrow. Because by your saying, I'm so sorry that I did this, I'm so sorry that I did that, well, then that is meaning that there is nothing good come out of it. But I would say the opposite. So maybe you cheated on somebody before, and you learned what it was like to be a cheater. So now in your current or future relationship, you decided you would rather be monogamous, especially if that's the type of relationship you've put yourself out there for. And so didn't that cheating relationship teach you the importance of keeping your word, being honest, and if you claim to be monogamous, of actually being monogamous? So this is about forgiving the other, and it's about forgiving yourself. Because some of us were in bad relationships, or quote unquote bad relationships, but was it really a bad relationship if that relationship and the way the person treated you gave you a stronger sense of who and what you are and what you deserve and how you should be treated and what works for you in a relationship and what doesn't? Is it not a stepping stone on our journey in that case? So with our flashcards, we have the red cylinder come out, and I feel like that's passions just filling up. I feel like that's passions filling up, and that passion needs to express itself. And I feel that in regards to this situation of forgiveness, like you've been feeling it, and it's time to communicate. And you're being inspired, you're being drawn, but the thing is, it doesn't have to be an actual, like, I'm not saying pick up the phone and call your ex and tell him you're sorry. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is pick up the communication with that third eye, the purple here, with that divine self, and explain to yourself, you know what? I forgive you for what you did in the past, and it's okay, because it made us people that we like better. It made us have stronger, wiser decisions now. So it's okay. It's about self-forgiveness. And if the other person requires your forgiveness, you can do that energetically. You can send that on the wings of this spiritual butterfly to deliver. Because in reality, each of you always was responsible for your own actions, you know. So if you were abusive in a previous relationship and they chose to stay with you, that was their choice. And they also have the same options to learn or not learn from it. So now in regards to the 25th, we're going to go ahead and take this card, and then we're going to be done with the 25th, and we're going to get on to the 26th. So 25th, what else is the tarot message, Lesser God, in regards to the energy of the 25th? What happened on the 25th? We're looking in hindsight now, so this should be really, really good. Okay, I feel this card strongly. Okay, the 8 of Swords. This is talking about not wanting to look at what is already available and looking through and waiting and holding on and standing still until you feel in harmony with the action, the communication, the words. So for some of us, this was that feeling up of passion, feeling like I need to call them and apologize, or I need to tell them that they really hurt me, and wanting to communicate, but maybe you didn't, you know. I feel like you didn't, and so there was a reason why you didn't, because it wasn't the course that was in harmony with your divine soul. And so let's see what else we have here. We have the Ace of Coins, and I'm going to take the bottom, and this is the High Priestess, Major Arcana number 2. So with these cards, I'm getting also that there is, it's like you feel like there's a secret that you want to express, that you want to bring out into the daylight, and it has something to do with this thing from the past that you've been holding on to. It's like you need to admit what you did. You need to own what you have done, and that way I can move on. Well, honey, that's most likely not going to happen. At the same time, apply that to yourself. You need to own your part in what was done to you and forgive yourself so that you can move on. Because the information, when it's the High Priestess, information comes to us. We don't go seek it. They bring it to us. Love Source God will always give you the information that you need. And so stand still. Stand still. And the challenge here is to not allow yourself to go crazy thinking about all these wild scenarios that could have happened and that should have happened and this is how it should have went and that would have been better and all this different stuff. Yeah, let that stuff go, because what you need to know is coming to you. Let me just see what's under here. Oh, look at that. See? If you just hold on, stand still, you're going to find that the understanding, the clarity, the knowing, the sun will shine, and it will come to you, and it will allow you to take this new beginning, because you have released yourself from that frustration. I dare even say the word anger that was building, or resentment, or whatever emotion that is that's been building. Because some of you, it's anger towards yourself for allowing yourself to go through a situation. For some of you, it's anger towards the other for what they did to you. For some of you, it's frustration because you really want to get that forgiveness. You want to make them forgive you, or you want to make them ask you for forgiveness, you know, and you're really hoping that that's how it works out. But Los Angeles God says, no, put it on the wings of the butterfly, put it on the wings of spirit, and let spirit communicate on your behalf, and communicate within yourself, because how you feel about it is what affects your life. You have no control over the other person and how they took it and what they did. All you have to know is, even if you did somebody wrong, they have their choices and their way. They're going to accept it or move on from it. They also have their opportunity to hold a grudge or to learn from it, just like you do. Because some of you were the part that did the pain, and others were on the receptivity. On both sides, there is free will, there is opportunity for both of you, regardless of which side you were on. So that's it for June 25th. That was a big message for June 25th. Okay. Now let's get into the 26th of June. Let's see what is the general. And when I say general, I was guided today to say spiritual. Okay? Because what is spiritual is constantly bringing about our physical. And that's why it's the general, because it is the spiritual. And from the spiritual emerges all things. All things are actually spirit. And so, what is the spiritual general tarot message for June 26, 2017, for my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity, with accuracy, truth, and clarity, that we might benefit ourselves, that we might be guided and inspired from our love source God to our higher light, lighter and brighter good, not only for ourselves, but in side effect for the world around us, but mainly for ourselves, because when we do right for ourselves, the effect is spilled over onto society around us. The high vibration we carry is profoundly effective, and that's the card there, the one that landed off by its side. This is our card. It says deception. That's interesting. We have a card of deception coming out for June 26th, and then we have a card of gaining. Okay, so first thought was, don't take deception in a bad way. When I saw the card deception, I said, Los Orcas, a lot of people are going to take that and run with it and say something's being hidden from them, somebody's lying to them. And that very well may be the case. Most likely, if it is the case, there's some sense of you lying to yourself in there that I'm picking up on. The however is, what I'm picking up on this is, there's something you don't know about, right? There's something you don't know about that is bringing you gain, is what I really picked up on with that. But I had to clarify, because some of you see something like, I get posts all the time on my comments of people, oh, well, that card was in reverse. You know, and you can take it that way. If it comes to you that way, that's probably your personal message, and that's okay. Take it and run with it, baby. Strap that shoe on and go run a mile in it. But I'm telling you that the overall message with this is that there's some things working out your game that you are not aware of. That's also the deception, is that you're unaware of it. It's like a surprise is being worked out on your behalf. Right here is what I'm seeing. And on the 26th, why is this message coming on the 26th? This message is coming on the 26th because there's going to be great advancements made. And for some of us who are watching this and who are active on this channel, you're going to see that something is going to be revealed around that in regards to the game. So what does that mean? For some of you, it's as simple as being called in for a review at work, which you know the review usually comes with a raise. For others of you, it's about finding out about a new program that's available that you were wanting to be a part of, and they have an opening and you just heard about the opening. Now all you got to do is apply. For others of you, it's a text message or a Facebook friend or an Instagram follower that is going to be a major contributor in your life as a romantic interest, a friendship, a business interest. For others of you, I feel like you're going to learn some new information that is going to help you on a current situation, current project that you've been developing, something that you've been working on consistently for a time now. And so more is being revealed to you at this time in regards to that. So what is our flashcard deck going to say to us for the 26th? We got 3 penguins. With the 3 penguins, I always picture the 3 cups or the 3 wands. Either way, it's really good, because if we're talking about a 3 of cups, we're talking about people getting together, celebrating. What are you celebrating? This newfound gain. And the brown gorilla always makes me think of an Ace of Pentacles, because there's just one and he's earthy, right? He's a creature. So I feel that for somebody, this is a person that is going to be affected, and you have 3 little children up underneath you. And so you're gaining things that's going to affect the lives of you and your children. For others, I feel like you've been focused. You've been very future focused. And I feel like you've been waiting for these things to come in, and you were starting to question, like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this really isn't going to work out. Well, all of a sudden, you find out that you're making leeway and things are working out. In a spiritual sense, I feel like you've been working on your visualizations. You've been working on your spiritual self, coming into greater self-awareness, and all that stuff is starting to have a shift in your life. So for some of you, I feel some of you are actually going through a situation where everybody's like starting to look at you now differently, and you're starting to gain a different type of respect from people. And some of those false people, you're starting to leave them behind. And when I say some of those false people, I feel that I don't really mean false people. What I mean is some of those people that are not in alignment with the future that you're holding for yourself, they're falling off. There's not much to talk about. You're just not even focused on that anymore. But what's happening at the same time, on the other hand, is that people in harmony with where your direction is focused is coming into your life. And on a spiritual level, you know, you're going through a lot of transformation that's bringing these gains in. And so you're just being encouraged as all these changes are happening around you, just to continue forward focused, because you're at a new beginning. And new beginnings always come with the sense of challenge, some irritation, some uncomfortability. Imagine moving homes. Man, you got to pack up all your stuff and carry it all and transport it to another place. Then you got to put it all back together in a new place and adjust yourself to the new place. And then in the beginning, some people don't even sleep with the lights off because they're not used to their new surroundings. And so think about that. And that's what's going on with us in a spiritual sense. You know, we're in a new place. And so with that, it says, you know, there's a little bit of uncomfortability. So if you're seeing some uncomfortability in your physical body, understand that it's a side effect of the spiritual gaining that's going on, and it will pass. It will not last. And it is not going to be your truth. So little aches and pains, don't focus on them. Minor injuries, minor issues, don't focus on them, because they are not part of where you're headed. They're just a stepping stone in the path to to that direction at this point in time. We have the Six of Wands, right? Yep, Six of Wands, showing accomplishment, recognition. And remember, we're talking on a spiritual level with the general read, okay? Six of Wands. We have the King of Wands, keeping your eyes focused on the prize, using your magic wand to make things happen, the magic wand of your passions. And this is the same guy that's right there. Look at that. Does he still have a 5 on his hat? He don't have a 5 on his hat there. Also, notice with the 5 on his hat, it's like his mind is focused on change. With his actions, he brings about change. So I feel like with the recognition you're getting, with the accomplishment, with the success after struggle, I feel like you're finally coming to a level of success after you've been through so much struggle. And you're just like, yes, this is awesome. This is awesome. I love the fact that I'm at this place that I'm at right now. The Four of Cups is one factor. And the Four of Cups talking about an opportunity for a new feeling, because of the fact that you've kind of had become complacent. This is the feeling of, you know what, I'm tired of this place. I think I'm ready for someplace new. This is the feeling that causes you to take and move and take a new action and make the change come in. What's another factor here? The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Coins. It says, I can do everything that I want to do. I am successful. I am appreciated. I am valued. And as I project my physical energy in this world, as I give out my energy, I always get rewarded for it. So as I give to others, I receive. I have plenty to share and to spare. There's no need for me to be withdrawn or stingy or greedy, because in my giving is where I see my plenitude. In my blessings, as I give out, I receive back. Very much so. This also talks about being in harmony with our passions, and our actions are in harmony with our focus, with our goals. Also, I'm getting the sense of home here, you know, feeling like we're at home with our self for a change, because we've been taking a different course than we used to in the past. Let's see where this is taking us to. This is taking us to the Page of Cups. This is a chance to grow spiritually. This is a chance to look at new ideas and possibilities. This is a chance for new love to come in. Okay? And the new love can be romantic, but this is the general thing. This is also, if you notice with the blindfolds, right? This is also somebody who is not focused with their physical eyes, but with their spiritual eye. Their spiritual eye is highlighted with the unicorn spike, whatever you want to call it, sticking out there. And sometimes he allows himself, he holds this puppet on a string on his finger, you know, and sometimes he feels that way. Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes we all feel that way, like we're just a puppet on a string being guided by our intuition. This is a person who's very artistic, a lot of spiritual creativity in this person, and that's where we're being taken to. So I feel like as we looking for something that we want, we go about our life moving past all the challenges and difficulties and just being content with what we have, where we're at, knowing we have plenty to share and to spare, is bringing in greater understanding spiritually. And the Five of Cups, boy, see this card right here, I take very personally, because I have 5 children at home. There's my Dominic and my Mickey. There's my Melinda and my Princeton and my Quentin. So this is a very personal card that for me represents my family. For all of us, though, this is a card about somebody who is standing in position, looking over their creations, over the things that they love. And this person is standing there on their own. They don't want to rely on anyone else. And that goes really well with this. Emotionally, they're not looking to other people to make them feel good. They're focused on their own cups, focused on what they have in their cups and what they want to do with their cups. So there's an energy here of self-sufficiency. There's definitely gains put on here. Definitely gains put on here. And some things that we were unaware of coming to light. Because with this offer, this opportunity here, this is somebody who is so focused on what they're doing that they're not even aware of what else is going around on their behalf around them. And this is the person who has got their eye focused on creating positive change in their life, on creating opportunities, right? For some of you, you're involved with the fire sign person, and that's going to come into play. And there is a water sign child involved. And if so, then you already know how this applies to you. Just as I say that, if you don't already feel the resonance to your situation and that doesn't add fire to the resonance, then don't take that. That's not meant for you. Let's get into the Money Tarot for June 26, 2017. We're going to use this deck here for our money message, as I like to do. And let's just see what is the message for love, from Love Source God for us in regards to money for June 26, 2017. These general readings I keep very general because you can apply them to your own situation that way. When I get them too personal, then it loses its effectiveness for the grouping of us. So personal consultations are always by donation, so everyone can afford them. Okay, my website has all you need on that. Card number 5, again, talking about change. Guys, look, we're going through major change right now, okay? And it's in our finances as well. 5 and 5 right here, very important, okay? My every story is attracting its vibrational match. Okay? And look at her focus on her solar plexus, the chakra of willpower, self-power, your own energy and determination and strength and ability to acquire and accomplish and do and have and be that self-motivating center. The person that is relying on themselves, not others. And even look at how the colors of this cards go together so well. It like blends into one another. So that's really important here, okay? Relying on oneself. Now, every thought that you think is vibrating at a very personal frequency. And by the powerful law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn. That thought is now attracting another thought that is its vibrational match. And now those combined thoughts are vibrating at a frequency that is higher than the thought that came before. And they will now, by the law of attraction, attract another and another and another, until eventually the thoughts will be powerful enough to attract a real life situation or manifestation. So what was it? Focused on the positive changes that we want to see until the opportunity that we're unaware of comes on in and is handed right to us, leading us to our successful gains, right? Staying future focused. And when I say staying future focused, that's not to belittle the now. It's finding the blessings in the now, staying future focused, okay? And choosing our story wisely. Choosing the story that benefits us when we hear it, when we tell it, when we live it. Tell that story over and over again. You had something magical happen for you. Did you milk it? Did you milk it and draw it out and allow its power to flourish? Allow the energy of it to just grow and grow. Did you do that? Because it was an opportunity if you did that. You know, and it still is an opportunity to do that. I recommend to people all the time something that I began doing for myself, which I am looking forward to, as I have been not as consistent with it. I would like to increase my consistency with it, which is a magical manifestation journal. I know you can remember times that good things have happened in your life, but what about those times when you aren't feeling quite so powerful or quite so magical? Ooh, and the solar plexus chakra again is being brought out. Some of us really need to get out in the sun and soak up the power of the sun. Okay. But when you're not feeling that way, it can be hard to bring back those memories. So that's where a magical manifestation journal comes in and extremely handy. Because if you have been keeping notes, it could be key phrases, it could be one word, it could be a whole story, whichever is your writing style. Embrace that and take note of the magical things that happen and put only those magical manifestations into this one journal, so that on those days where the energy is low in your personal life and you really just are having a hard time of remembering that you are a divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, and that all things are available to you, then you go into your journal and you remind yourself and you have it dated. And you know what? If you keep doing this for years and years and years, I really believe that at some point you're going to find out what your magical day is, because you're going to be able to flip back through those pages and say, well, dang it, every year on this date, something really magical happens in my life. You'll only be able to do that because you have made it so important. You drew it out. You milked it. You kept the story that you want to live the match of. So there's that. Let me get into the tarot message for our money. The tarot message for our money for June 26, 2017. The tarot message regarding our money for June 26, 2017. I really love the interaction that we have on this channel. I really love all of your comments. I really love all of your feedback. I really love the contributions that you put of your knowledge and understanding and your own circumstances and situations that allow others to reflect on and share that positive energy with others. And I'm so grateful to even be valued enough that you would give your time to watch these messages. And I'm so grateful that you are able to see that in me, because all that means is that you can see it in yourself. It takes one to know one, okay? It takes one to know one. Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. And yeah, you're pretty awesome. And that's why we unite in this way. So I love that, and I'm grateful for that as well. Even my nail fetish people that get on here every once in a while and their whole focus is on nails, that's fun too. But this is all about my spirituality and my spiritual work. I can't change how others accept it, but here it is. Okay, so our money tarot message for June 26th. We have the Six of Cups, nostalgia, thinking about past opportunities, thinking about past situations, and how we would like to have something back from the past. I feel like somebody is really focused on even some of you are, what's affecting your money is focused on a past relationship that you're having a hard time letting go of, because you feel like that was your soulmate. And let's see what's the next card that comes out. The Ace of Swords. Its keyword is intellect. So what's happening for us on the 26th is a new understanding in regards to that past situation, in regards to that past soulmate relationship, if that's what it is for you, in regards to how we lived in the past. And for some of us, we're looking back at our childhood, and that's affecting our money. But we're coming into new understanding and new power and a new victory in regards to it with that Ace of Swords presenting itself. Let's get some more on what that Ace of Swords about. It's about the Ten of Wands, force. It's about how trying to force an issue so much can present a obstacle, a challenge, and resistance. But it's also about an understanding that we have finally what I'm really getting from this is we have finally broken free from the burdens of our childhood financial beliefs. So you've been doing this spiritual work. You've been confronting your past demons. You've been confronting all those childhood beliefs that you've been carrying around that have been affecting your life for so long. And with this new clarity of understanding, you realizing that you are now at a new beginning. You're at a new place where you can line things up in a new way. And the bottom of the deck, to just confirm that, is the Queen of Cups. The key word here is intuition. And so you're seeing how your intuition has helped you find this clarity of thought and helped guide you to this new beginning. So what does that literally mean? Some of you are listening to some affirmations every day. Some of you are saying your affirmations every day. Some of you are noticing where you're saying something that's not financially prosperous for you, and you're beginning to switch those words around to a more prosperous and beneficial phrasing. Some of you are beginning to notice now how you didn't follow your intuition in the past, and so now you're starting to follow your intuition, and it's bringing an ending to certain situations and circumstances financially that were benefiting you, you know. And I just feel like you're, with that Ace of Swords and the way I chose to set that Queen of Cups below, I just feel like you're getting all this downloaded knowledge right now, and it's having an effect on your finances. As a matter of fact, your love, nurturing, and caring behaviors in life in general are having a positive effect on your finances. And you're starting to see how spirituality is inextricably linked to your finances. And so you're starting to use that and allow it to benefit you. Because before, you didn't realize that money and spirituality were linked. You didn't know that. You thought money was one thing. You thought love was one thing. You thought finances or spirituality was something different that had nothing to do with any of that. Now you understand your spirituality is unbreakably linked to everything in your life, including your money. And with that understanding, you're applying your spirituality different. You're applying your love differently. You're applying your intuition differently. And that's causing financial progress to be made here, a financial victory for you, where the situation around finance is easing up some, where you feel that you can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel financially right now. You are able to see gains. You're able to see your ability to care for yourself. You're able to see how your focus can cause change. You're able to see how your spiritual focus can bring you opportunities, recognition, clients, business, money, and love. But it's because now you've learned how to link and work. All right. I just got strongly corrected. Not that you've learned how to link your spirituality to your finances. You've learned how to use the link between your spirituality and your finances that was always there. You were just ignorant of it before. Not because you were, and ignorant is not a bad word. Ignorant means you are not aware of something. You were unaware of this before. You were unaware of how your spirituality and your finances are linked. Now you're not. Now you allow your spirituality to be your guide in everything, even your finances. Yeah? So now that we've got that beautiful message out, I really like that message. I hope you enjoy that part of the message too, because I feel that that was really, really important and really, really effective, the way that that information was drawn out for us in regards to our finances. We're going to take a card from this deck. And again, for those of you just joining live, this is our general part of the message. That's our money message. And here's our money card. Now we're going to get into romance. And this will be our main card for the situation in regards to romance. Oh, let me take the other little card off there so we can stay accurate to where we're at in our reading. Okay. And again, if anybody, once this is all posted and finalized on YouTube, if anybody would like to go in and timestamp it, you're more than welcome to. If you have additional insight based on your astrological knowledge or your own intuition that you feel that needs to be shared, I will only welcome such things, because this is done for us. It's not done for me, it's done for us, right? So let's go ahead and keep the interactive nature of this channel flowing. I feel that, first off, I'm aware that a lot of people have old past relationships returning, and a lot of people are seeking closure at this time. So I'm really interested to see what is the message Love Source God is going to give us in regards to our romance for June 26, 2017. Okay. Spring. Wow. Okay. So immediately when I saw spring, my intuition said it's because things are springing into action and there's new growth there. Okay. The bottom of the deck says wings of light. So that's about a blessing that's coming in. That's about being blessed. That's about a blessed opportunity. That's about a blessed situation. I'm going to move these guys over here so that I have more room over here to put this lady over here. Okay, that looks good. So I feel that you're not all the way aware of all this development that's going on in regards to your romance, but there's a blessing coming in, and it's coming in quick with the wings of light. It's coming in really quick. I feel that for some of you, you and your partner are growing in a way like never before. You're talking about things that you would have never talked about before. You're dealing with situations and circumstances in such a beautiful way. You're like so proud of yourself, because you're like, oh my God, are we really doing this really super mature thing right here? And we're letting go of the ego, and we're letting go of all the insecurities and selfishness and stuff like that. For others of you, I feel like you're really proud of yourself, because you know you've been growing, and you know then the way you've been growing that you can only be blessed because you've been embracing your divine nature. You've been embracing that love energy. You've been focused on taking care of yourself, not relying on others. In other words, you've moved more into self-reliance and away from codependency. Okay. So if you resonate with anything that I'm saying here, give it a thumbs up, guys. Definitely let me know. But that's strong. Let's get into the tarot part of this message here. Okay. Let's see, what is the message in the tarot for the romance section for June 26, 2017? Yeah, definitely. Also, with your development, you're allowing yourself to be more flirtatious and fun. You're allowing yourself to be more lighthearted as you interact with people, understanding that just because you're kind and nice doesn't mean that you're going to marry this person. Just because you allow somebody to take you out on a date or offer to take someone out on a date doesn't mean you're going to be stuck with a person forever. It means you're willing to explore your life as you're growing. You're willing to explore how you interact with these different people as you're growing. There's a blessing in that for you. There's a blessing for us in that. Okay, for us in being able to explore life, allow for our growth to expand, allow for ourselves to venture into waters uncharted before. New growth, again, is always a little bit uncomfortable. So maybe you've been kept to yourself for so long, and all of a sudden now you start getting out more, and it's a little bit uncomfortable at first. Why? Because it's new, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. You're getting ready to go into new waters. With the wings of light here, though, you definitely have a blessing coming in. Something you've been wishing for and praying for coming in on angel's wings really quick, you know. Love Source God is arranging a synchronistic divine rendezvous on your behalf in regards to romance. And if you're in a committed relationship, this still is happening. For some of you, you're in a committed relationship with a karmic partner, and that relationship is about done. You've pretty much outgrown it. And so you're going to be meeting somebody who is more a match to who you are and what you are now and where you're headed on your journey now. And so it's going to cause you to break away from the pre-existing relationship. For others of you who are in a committed relationship and who are not feeling the pull away from your partner, what you're going to find is another level of growth within the relationship as you're both developing spiritually with the energies that are hitting Earth right now. There's a lot of great transformation going on. So if you're actually in a strong relationship, I'm really happy for you, because in a strong committed relationship, the strength of that union can only get stronger. It can only be even greater, right? And that comes from two people who are both willing to embrace one another through the transformation, through the changes, and stick with each other's side as they grow and as they express themselves. This is, if you're in that type of committed relationship, you could tell your partner damn near anything and they will still love you. You know, you can be like, well, you know, I've had thoughts about this, that, or the other, and I just thought I'd talk to you about it and just see, let's talk through this, you know. And you have that talking relationship where you can express yourselves freely, where you're not judgmental of one another. And there are very few of you with that relationship right now, but that number is trying to grow. And those who have committed relationships that you're moving away from, understand that you do yourselves both a favor, both for you and your partner, in releasing that relationship that has outworn its usefulness, its benefit in your lives, because that frees you both up to embrace the next lesson that is being presented to you. So what is the Romance Tarot message for June 26th? Wow, the Six of Wands comes out again, guys. Look at that. Victory. Victory after challenge. Victory after frustration. For some of you, a lot of suitors coming around looking at you, trying to see what's going on with you. This is getting through. I was just talking about the type of relationship where you support one another through all the changes in the growth that is natural as people age and expand spiritually and all of that. So this is the getting through all of that time of change and challenge in a successful way. Now let's see what else is here. Wow, standing on happiness, the Nine of Cups. That's freaking beautiful. So it's like I knew everything was going to work out, and whenever anything presented a challenge, I just stayed focused on what I knew would be true, which is everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me, because everything is always working out for me. And you applied that situation to your romance, to your singlehood, to the challenges in your romance, to the good times in your romance. You just applied it all over the place. And sometimes people looked at you like you was a damn nutcase. This person is constantly talking about everything working out for them. But do they see that they just had their romantic partner just did them really wrong? Or do they see that they're by themselves? Or do they see blah, blah, blah? Or do they see blah, blah, blah? Well, you just said, oh, they're talking over there and everything's always working out for me. And you just kept about your damn business, minding your own business, didn't worry about what the hell they were talking about. That was a good thing. That was a really good thing, because that's why you are now getting through the challenge, getting through the conflict to the victory. If you were single, you had all these different people looking at you, and you're ready to make a choice. And if you have not yet, it is coming soon. Soon you will be making a choice from all these different suitors, and one is going to be acceptable for you. One of the factors in this is the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate type of relationship. For some of you, it might be a twin flame. Yes, honey. It's a soulmate relationship. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of pure love. This is a type of love where, goodness, it's almost like an obsession, but it's not founded purely on physicality. It's your energy. You love to be in each other's energy. You see how each other, like you guys, you both have a lot of knowledge about different things, right? And where one of you don't know, the other one has the answer, and vice versa. And so you play off of each other, and together you're stronger. You're two very different people, but you're both whole on yourself. You're each your own flower. You're each your own cup that is overflowing. And because you're both that way, that when you come together, oh man, life can just get great from there. Because you've both been singing this song about everything is always working out for me. You've both made your own happiness so important that as you unite, oh man, that's a positive energy right there. That's an electrifying, life-changing, let's change the world, let's pour some more love all over it type of energy right there. And just by your being together, you exude love energy into humanity. Yeah? You permeate the energy with love. You raise the vibration on Gaia. That's why it's so important that no matter what you're going through, you stay focused on your blessings now and to come. Because from that place of happiness, you augment love energy in Gaia. And when you stop and you decide to join the rest of the crowd out there that's naysaying, boo-hooing, and woe is me, then as a side effect, the vibration on Gaia is also lowered by that. And what I love about this is not two people who have chosen to take that path, but here we have two people who, whether they knew it or not, have elevated the vibration on Gaia. Because they have loved, both of them have loved their self. And because both of them have loved themselves, they have drawn themselves to one another. They have become the magnet that attracts another one just like them. And you know, you get strong enough magnets, boy, you can't pull them things apart, man. You get two really super strong magnets together. If you resonate with that, give it a thumbs up. You get two really strong magnets together and you just cannot force them apart, you know. And you both have become really strong magnets using that positive love, happiness, energy. And therefore you have attracted to yourselves each other. This is a beautiful thing. And this is in our romance tarot, okay? I love it. I absolutely love it. And remember, there is a window here. I would say, you know, give or take a day or two, because this is the energy as I'm reading it now. You all are not exactly on the time schedule that I am. And I'm not on your time schedule. So allow for a little bit of overlapping. There's people who are really, really picky about, well, can you do it earlier because I want the message earlier in the day? Okay, well, you might not understand that message might not apply to you till tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. You pay attention to the spiritual messages within, though, and you'll recognize it when it comes in. Oh, boy, the other factor is the Star card, guys. This is a healing. This is a blessing from heaven. This is all the stars aligning. My friend, she said, this lady was talking, she works at an insurance office, and she was telling me about how she's one of my nail clients. She had a client come in and they said something funny. Oh, you're here to make your payment, blah, blah, blah. And they were talking about situations. And the guy kept saying, es que la luna y las estrellas. And everything came together with the sun and the moon and the stars, you know. That's what this is talking about. The stars are aligned for you, my dear. Why did y'all come together? Why are you seeing the success right now? Because the stars are aligned. You're in harmony. You're in harmony. Number 6 is about harmony. You're in harmony with your passions and your actions. You're living in happiness. 6 and 9, flip those over back and forth. It's the same dang number. You're in harmony with your feelings. You're in harmony with your passions. You're in harmony with yourself. And so you're bringing to yourself other things that are in harmony with you. And there's healing in this relationship. This relationship feels like everything you've always wanted and more. This relationship feels like, I never knew it could be this good. This relationship feels like, boy, God must have made you just for me. The universe designed you exclusively to my taste. So there's physical attraction, there's spiritual attraction, there's conversational, intellectual attraction. There is so much attraction here. And the love just flows. The love just flows back and forth freely. You have no hesitations to express love between one another. You have no inhibitions against immediately, oh my God, I think I love you. Like almost immediately after you meet each other. And it's okay. So let me just clarify right now. If the person you met makes you feel hesitant about thinking, oh my God, I might love you, you're not in this part, okay? So if you feel that, this is talking to you. Let me be very clear about that. If this romance tarot message applies to you with another human being, that's what it's going to feel like. And that's how you will know that this is that soulmate victory. Wow, and the Prince of Cups, this is an offer of love. What did I just say? It's the type of relationship where you ain't got no problem talking about how much you love each other. Talking about, I think I'm going to love you for a long time, right? Talking about, where you been all my life? Talking about, it's about time, I deserve this. That's the way you're feeling in this type of relationship, right? Well, it's spring, baby. What's going on here is going to keep growing. I told you a blessing was coming in. It's confirmed right here, right? It's love coming in, right? It's somebody who wants to bring you additional harmony. Somebody who wants to harmonize with you. Somebody says, oh, you got all this going on? Well, look at what I got to contribute. The bottom of the deck, peace. Wow. So this is somebody who, when you're with them, first off, you don't ever want to part. You feel like your happiness is inextricably linked to one another, and two different, very different individuals and minds can come together and harmonize. And I just sleep so much better sleeping next to you. And I really can see us just being together for so long, right? Now, here's the other part. So maybe you're not, maybe you're like me, because to be honest, this situation, look, if this situation is going on for me, it's a deception. I'm unaware of it. Let's go back there. Give me a thumbs up if you resonate on that, right? Because some of us are single and we're like, well, shit, that'd be great. Because I'm thinking that while I'm reading it. Okay? So how can we apply this romance message if we're single and we don't know somebody? Well, I'll tell you. You have to be the one that you're in love with. You have to be your own healing. You have to be your own blessing. And you've got to be the one giving yourself love. And you've got to be your own peace. You within yourself. That's how you become that magnet that I talked about that attracts the other. So this message applies whether you're single or involved, whether you just met someone or about to meet somebody, or whether you're going to be single for a little bit yet because your partner is still getting ready for you. Understand? If that resonates with you, give me a thumbs up. Seriously, if you, because this is what I do all day long, and let me tell you, I talked about exes coming out the woodwork. First off, understand I'm not the only one. There's a couple of people that I talked to just today who have exes coming out the woodwork, okay? Now, why? Because I am busy pouring all my love and all my healing, all my happiness, all into myself. I'm the center of all these dots right here. I bring all that stuff to me. I bring it home. And as I bring that home, I send out a vibration, and whatever is matching that vibration, whatever wants to get in on that vibration comes around. And sometimes it's your exes, and sometimes your exes just come back around to see if they can get in and fuck with your vibration again, excuse my language. Sometimes they just come around to see it, do they really love themselves like they say they do, or are they going to just go for anything just because they don't want to be alone? If they love themselves enough, they won't go for anything. They will stay by their self until it's right. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, boy, oh boy, this has been a very thorough, and I think probably one of the longest dailies I've done. But for those of you who don't know, I have a blessing right now that I'm dealing with, and that blessing was actually quite magical. I have a corneal abrasion, which is highly significant to me, because remember, everything external is a reflection of the internal, and it's on my left eye. The left eye is linked to the spiritual side, the psychic side of life, and with this corneal abrasion, it's like a new opening up. So I'm actually grateful for the pain that I've gone through and that I'm going through. But that's why I didn't read earlier today, because I decided to sleep through most of the pain. Anytime something hurts so bad, just go to sleep. Sleep it off. That's your best bet at all times. If it hurts that bad, just sleep it off, honey, because while you're asleep, you're not in resistance, and you allow these changes to come in. And so I know that everything is always working out a blessing for us. So here you go, guys. This is me telling you that I'm going through something that causes physical pain, but I know that there's a blessing in it. This is me choosing to tell my story to attract a vibrational match that I like. And this is me looking for my blessings, actively looking for my blessings in a challenging situation. In a situation that will cause some people to just come to their knees and doubt their blessed nature, right? So that's why the reading came in so late, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and I decided to go ahead and knock out for tomorrow, so y'all wouldn't have to wait, my early birds. And I do look forward to reading for you again. I would love to read for you on a personal level, and this really just made me feel better. The way that was sitting, I need to see what's up under here. The Seven of Cups, unconditional love. That's my unconditional love card. Okay. And the High Priestess. Wow. So the High Priestess down there is saying, if you single, honey, just be at peace with being single, because unconditional love is coming to you. It's coming to us. We don't have to go looking for it. That was in the first part that I did for the yesterday, the 25th of June, okay? Everything is looking really fantastic, guys. Let's see what's up under this one. We have the Page of Swords, incoming communications, and the Ace of Discs. Wow, and money. I love it, guys. Our intuition been telling us that we're going to hear about some new money, and that's exactly what is coming, right? Keep following our intuition in regards to money, because we're going to get those messages. Now, let's see what was over here on the spiritual bottom of our deck. Oh, boy, the Two of Wands and the Knight of Coins. So, here we got taking care of yourself and being self-reliant and loving all on your own, bringing in a partnership, a cooperation, a gateway that is stable and secure, but it's slow moving. It's slow moving, but guess what? Just because it's slow moving coming in means it's going to stay for a long time, because when this person finally moves, they don't change their mind quickly, and they're very much focused on maintaining that goal and achieving that goal. And this person is very goal driven and oriented spiritually, on our spirituality. So that could even apply to our romance spread we had over here. Guys, this has been a wonderful read. Thank you for being up with me in the middle of the night, those of you who are on. And yeah, I guess I better cut it short now. It's too late to cut it short. We've gone over an hour. Thank you so much. My website has everything you need if you want your own custom Words of Clarity deck with your own channeled message that you can use to enhance your own spiritual growth in life, I would love to design one for you. They do take some time, but everybody seems to really love them who's gotten them. And my personal readings are always by donation, so everybody can afford it. And for details on all of that, LPH Tarot has all you need. That's lphtarot.com, as in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.